Manufacturing process. Team is Daniel Espinosa, Stephanie Martinez, and Daniela Vasquez. The name of the team is the milling. Index. This is the index. Introduction. A milling machine is a machine tool used to perform a machine by chip removal through the movement of the rotary tool with several cutting edge called milling cutter. 1. Through the milling, it is possible to machine the most diverse materials, such as wood, steel, cast iron, not the ferrous or the metals, and synthetic the materials, flat of the curved surfaces, notches, grooves, serrations, etc. In addition, the milling the parts can be renewed or the refined. 2. In traditional milling the machines, the part removes by bringing the areas to be machined the closer of the tool, allowing the various shapes to be obtained from the flat surfaces to the more complex ones. Milling. What is a milling? Milling is a surface the machining process, which consists of the progressive removal of a certain amount of the material from the workpiece with a relative low feed rate and high rotation speed. Tooling for the milling process. The milling machine tool that is used to carry machine by chip removal to due to the movement of the rotary tool which several cutting edge dominated by milling cutter provided with linear movement the three direction X, Y, Z. Milling the milling cutters are rotating the parts for the machine materials and are the main tools for the milling machines. Milling according to the each tool orientation. Three types of the milling machines are the distinguished. It consists of the column where a cylindrical milling is supported at one end and the other by a bearing. The main function of this device in the production of rods of different thickness, as well as several of the tools at the same time with special parallel milling cutters, which are known as a milling train, thus improving work the productivity. Is the horizontal and vertical. They have the tool holder spinner so that the cutter rotates on its horizontal axis and the perpendicular to the piece. A characteristic of this tool is the possibility of moving vertically as it raises at the table with the part of the head descends towards it. Two subtypes of vertical milling machines are now universal. Was the peculiarity that it has two holders. The first is in the head, where the spindle for the milling cutter is located, with a wide range of movements in different directions, both horizontally and vertically. The second is at a table with the lathe, where the part to be machined is placed. Relative movements between the part of the tool. A. Curve is the movement of the tool tip around to the tool holder axis. B. Advance. Approach the movement of the tool from the cut area to the uncut area. C. Depth of the pass feed motion performed to increase the pitch of the cut. Milling the cut parameters. Choice of the type of machine, accessories, and affix system for the most suitable part and tool. Choice of the type milling frontal interheaded in accordance to tangential in opposition. Choice of cutting parameters, cutting speed, BC, tool coordinate speed and feed rate, BA. depth of the pass P, width of the cut AC. The height of the cut depth of the pass P is the depth of the layer that removed from the surface of the part in the pass of the tool. It is the commonly expressed in millimeters. Counting speed and rotation of the tool. Counting the speed is the factor that determines its life. And high counting the speed allows the machine in the less time but accelerates tool wear. Excessive counting speed the line to very rapid tool coating edge wear, plastic deformation of the coating edge, loss of the machine tolerance, and poor the machine quality. Too low at the coating speed can lead to the chip removal difficulties and increase the machine time. Counting on the speed, feed, and rotation of the tool. Feed and rate milling is the rate at which the cut process. The speed is limited by rate of the piece and the tool, such the power of the motor and the progress of the machine is the product of the per revolution by tool rotation the speed. The speed of the tool rotation is usually expressed in revolution per minute RPM. In milling machines, there is a limited range of the speeds depending on the speed of the motor numerical control milling machine. This speed is controlled with feedback system, which any speed can be selected within a range speed of the maximum speed. Equipment of the CNC milling machine. There are several accessories that installed on the milling machine with the purpose and they carry a different machine operation or the able to use it greater speed, impression, and satisfy. A. Addition of access. 1. Multi-angle head. 2. Universal divider with tally stock and gear seat. 3. Dividend circle. B. Part clamping. 1. Trailer universal chuck with style lock. 2. Contrapoint and the lunettes. 3. Rotating and the gradient clamp. 4. Hydraulic clamp. C. Special operations. 1. Rotating mortishing device. 2. Good motor head. D. Control division of the dimensions. 2. Measurement probes. Cutters and milling. They are the classes according to the clamping the mechanisms of the tool order. Teramped handle. In general, is the mounted of the tool holder using an intermediate adapter chuck or slip hose housing has the same taper as the cutter's control. Cylindrical handle. In this case, the milling cutters are affixed to the tool holder using a collector chuck. Some milling cutters have a hole in the shank and they are fixed using shanks are attached to the milling cutter. On the side means of the thread or using a groove sap or on one side it has come to be mounted on the machine spindle. 3. Montage. The milling cutters for our mounting have a central hole for the tool holder axis whose diameter is standardized. Thus the milling cutters have carried away in their to ensure the rotation of the tool and preventing it from spilling to the position, then spilling axially on the axis. Thus the milling cutters using bushing and exceed normalized width. Milling procedures. Milling consists mainly of the cutting the material that machine with multi-edged rotary cool, which are the colored teeth, lips, or the hard metal inserts, which execute the movements in the almost any direction of the third possible axis in which it can be moved. The table where the piece to be machined is fixed. The cross slide moves the workpiece into the content which the cutting tool. The tool that removes the material from the workpiece and the contact points, creating finishing the parts. The part is fixed to the table like a knob as the cross slide. The cutting tool is mounted on the spindle and rotates at different speeds depending on the specifications of the tool and the material. With the growing use of numerically controlled milling machines, the milling operations that can be carried out of which this type of the machine are increasing, thus the milling has become a multipurpose and machining method. The development of the tools has also contributed to the creating new milling possibilities as well as considerably increasing the productivity, quality, and accuracy of the operations carried out. Common the problems in the milling. Alteration of the cutting edge. 1. Incidence of the surface of wear. 2. The stars of the two edge. 3. Characterizing of the plastic deformation. 3. Welded edge chip weld of the edge. 4. Small splinters. 5. To the bridge, long to the chip vibrations. And cause speed of the counted the feed, counting the pit in the low, strawberry type, little hard, little tall, large the nose radius, and small or negative rank the angle. Safety precautions when they're using a mill. 1. Protect your eyes with your standard glasses and put on the mask. 2. Always use the machine with both hands. 3. Advance the milling machine with uniform reading and little pressure. 4. Unplug the machine and wait for the cutter to stop before manipulation. Change on the strawberry and cleaning etc. 5. Remove the cutter whenever you finish working. Conclusion. Milling machines can perform larger number of exemplar operations such as adobe cutting, planning, drilling, routing, etc. With dividend universal head being very important part of the machine tool, perform the task. And a node-led edge of the teach element enables us the understand, analysis, and study on the most versatile and widely used the machine tools in the industry. The milling machine on the which we based our slaves was a universal milling machine, but the basic operation principles are the same, and they serve us well to prepare of the future professionals in the field of industry oriented to the metalworking process. Finish. Thank you for listening.